Hi, my name is Tatiana, and today I will show how to install NetXMS on Windows 11. NetXMS is open source enterprise-grade monitoring tool. NetXMS Windows binaries are limited to 250 nodes without proper license. A license allowing to run NetXMS with unlimited number of nodes is included into any support tier or with NetXMS Enterprise Edition. Educational institutions can reach out for special free licensing options. It's also possible to build NetXMS server from the sources located on GitHub without those limitations. So NetXMS supports multiple databases like Oracle, Postgres, MySQL, and today in this tutorial I will use Microsoft SQL Server as backend database. First, I will show how to install Microsoft SQL Server. If you already have Microsoft SQL Server installed or you have any other database that is supported by NetXMS, you can skip the step and proceed to the NetXMS installation itself. Let's download Microsoft SQL Server installer from the official website. Website will be microsoft.com, SQL Server downloads. Let's go to SQL Server Express and press download now. Let's run installation. I will use custom installation because I need to enable mixed authentication option and set password for SA user. And yes, let's install. Note that SQL Server Express has only 10 GB database size limit per database. For most smaller or medium monitoring environments, this is sufficient, but for large deployments, consider using SQL Server Standard or PostgreSQL or any other database supported by NetXMS. So I will select new SQL Server standalone installation. I accept license terms. Next. I will use Microsoft updates to check updates. I don't need Azure extension for SQL. I need only database engine service, so all other you may leave them or I will remove because they are not needed. I will use default instance. If you use named instance, please remember the name. It should be entered in connection string while NetXMS configuration. Next. Here it's important to send mixed mode for authentication and set password for your SA user. SA user will be used to create a database for NetXMS and user for NetXMS database. So now, once database is installed, we can continue with NetXMS installation. To install NetXMS, go to netxms.com downloads and select Windows installer. I've already downloaded it, so we should not wait. So here is NetXMS installer. I will accept agreement. NetXMS by default is installed under C NetXMS. I will install all the client libraries for different databases in case I want to monitor them. And here is select start menu folder, yes, NetXMS. Here we have additional options, initialize database. It's important for the first installation to do that. It's also possible to do that manually. If we should upgrade database schema if needed, yes, like we should. Usually this option is important when you update NetXMS, and you should also upgrade NetXMS database. We will set that we should start NetXMS core service, NetXMS reporting service, and we should set hardened file system permissions. That means that only administrator will have access to the folder where configuration and logs are stored. Here we have a database initialization page. We will use Microsoft SQL. We will say that we want to create database and database user before initialization. And for that, we will use SA user with the password you have set to him. And here we will say local. And if you are using not default schema name, but your own, then here you should also put the name of the schema. In my case, I use default, so I can just go with local. Next, I should think about username and database name I want to create for NetXMS, and also password. I use the same password, NetXMS, for sure use some more secure. I use it in order to show you afterwards that all this information will be moved to NetXMS config, and this information will be used only once to create the database and won't be stored anywhere. And let's install. Okay, installation finished. Now let me show you where all the files are. So on disk C, we have now NetXMS. And here, if we will go to etc, you can see that permissions are asked, as we said that we should set hardened permissions. We can see NetXMS dconf. Here is our configuration for the database. You can see that database driver is MS SQL, database server, name, login, password, and the log files. So basically, if you have any problems with NetXMS installation, then you should check under NetXMS log folder. And here you can see NetXMS D log for the server. Another place that we can check is Task Manager. And here under Services, we can search for NetXMS services. Here we can see NetXMS Agent service and NetXMS Core service. It's server process that is running. We are interested in those two. They should be up and running. Next, let's download client UI. For the Windows, we will use this NetXMS client. It's also already downloaded by me. Pre-war this presentation. Here we can see it. Let's install it. I will do full installation with all additional tools like NX Shell and Java runtime. I will skip additional shortcuts and I will install it. And let's finish. And now we should be able to start NetXMS client. I will use localhost. As NetXMS Server is installed locally, and I will use default credentials, admin and NetXMS as a password. After first login, we have a prompt that we should change the password. Let's change it. Here we can see a welcome page with the recent changelog. Here we can see what was fixed or changed or implemented. Now let's go to infrastructure. Here we can see all our nodes. Currently there is only one node, our current server, but we already can see that we have some data that is collected. So for example, we have some metrics we get from the agent, the NetXMS agent physical memory used by the process, or things like CPU usage, system-free virtual memory, or also file system free space. We also can see already those pre-configured data on the performance tab as the graphs. Now let's do some first steps. Let's create new container. For example, Office. And let's create there a new node. In my case, I will use just Google ping IP. And here we have new folder, and here we have new node. Currently, we don't know anything about this node, but once some polls will go through automatically, we will get more information about it. We will check all the capabilities, we will check node status. If we're able to ping, we for sure should be able to ping 888. Yeah, we got the DNS name for it, and you can see it was already updated here. So let's refresh some information, and we can see that monitoring already started. We have some ICMP average response time and ICMP packet loss. So this is how to install NetXMS Server on Windows. Please check the documentation for more information, and I hope to see you next time.